full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come. A cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field in Atlanta. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out. It's now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Finds a man, right side. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Cousins. Hits his running back. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he's brought down before the return gets far. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? Former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
Throwing on 1st, here's Darnold. And his first pass falls incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. From the gun, Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10. Darnold has him on the quick hitter. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
And again, it's Darnold. Looking for his back, but he will not find it. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing is Darnold on third down. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
Oh, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Throwing it again here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. He had it for a moment, but a brilliant defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it.
A 46-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good.
And
that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for.
Here's Carter on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Design quarterback run here. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper, it gets 0.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They still have 5 to go here. 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. That one is incomplete. incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And this one will complicate matters for 3rd down. They're sent backwards.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
3rd down, they need 7. Running back sent in motion. Throw here, 3rd down. Hits him on the out route. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Cooper caught the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half. And they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
2nd and 10, Darnold. Here's a screen now for Walker. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
At that down and distance, this group is pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
On 2nd and 10 now, Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Pressure coming for Darnold. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. Darnold. Finds the in route complete. And they get this down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Walker on first down. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Darnold looking to throw. He's trying to push the field. And oh, he got it. Interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Leonard Williams applying the hit there.
Cool thing about a drive starting a run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
There's no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing is Cousins. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Back to throw it. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just 1 field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we could get one in the 3rd quarter. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So as we get set to begin the 3rd quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Rashid Shaheed. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
see how they approach this second down. Now an inside give to Walker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
All that drink, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drill.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
They kick the running back in motion. That's caught. Here's that Charbonnet. Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. Second down. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the gun, Darnold. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of
Move the
8.
chains! Gotta move them chains! Full momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Walker now from the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Gotta be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Running with Walker again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
5. Throwing here, Darnold. It's a screen pass, Charbonnet. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. On 1st down, this is Charbonnet. Space to the left. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
64 yards.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
7-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They'll give up the gut to Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Here's a design run. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Give him 6 yards. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Darnold now to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 9-point advantage. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game.
Falcons nothing.
Here's Carter on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. A handoff for Robinson, running right. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got for big yards on the right side. He takes it down to the 33. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
He's got London left side. Running in the red zone. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. From the red zone now. Cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal. We tie this game in the 4th.
Seahawks 10, Falcons 7.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Shaheed now to return. Jukes away from one. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And 10 from the 32. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Going with a quick pass out wide. And he's out of bounds behind the line, so that's going to add a couple yards on to this 3rd down.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle. In this case, run him right out of bounds.
Looking to throw. Hits him on the end route. And he'll get it up to the 44. We'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10, Darnold. Dumped off to his running back. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. They need more of those as they trail by a score.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Seahawks only up by a few. Offense to the line, 2nd down. It's Walker on again. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. Tackle made at the 47.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Staying with Walker. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
4th down punt for the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward.
The Falcons take over.
Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. Line this up, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. He'll look to throw it. It is caught left side. And he has that 1st down before stopping the clock. Just under 30 seconds left to work with. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Setting up to pass. Throwing the out route complete. All right, so he stops the clock, but seconds still ran off on a gain of, only 3 or 4.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Here he is to throw. This is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Now Cousins again. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
On the coverage.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. It's Cousins once more. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And it's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the 1st snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Zane Gonzalez. From the left hash, 54 yards out. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, 54 yards out. His kick is thrifty, and it's no good. Just couldn't get it inside of that left upright. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
The obvious disclaimer right here, Kate. Let's make sure the kicker doesn't, well, take the whole blame for this loss. Because, yes, it was a game-tying kick, but this team's performance and missed opportunities throughout, man, there were a lot of guys going to watch this tape and say to that kicker, I could have done more.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. Line up the design keeper. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.